The other situation is where online students are excluded and part-time students, and this mitigates particularly against students with disabilities who cannot go on campus or cannot, because of their conditions, cannot do full-time courses, and it's totally wrong that this discrimination would happen. So again, I would just ask that ones that are maybe looking forward to next year, we're in this climate where we need to encourage more people in for upskilling and into the education system, and the way that we can do that is to make it easier for them to access SUSI. I don't want us leaving a situation until 2022 before they can get into their courses. At that time, they could have a year completed. So if we can do that sooner rather than later, so that we can include as many people as possible. Thank you, Minister. Thank you, Deputy.
Look, Deputy, I agree. Not everyone can pack the bags and head off to college for 4 years for a whole variety of reasons. And that's not the way people learn in Ireland now. It's not the way we live in many ways, and we need to be more flexible. The system needs to be more flexible. I take the point you make about, for some people, part-time learning being a much more viable option than full-time for a variety of circumstances. So part-time is included in the terms of reference. I think the terms of reference are quite broad. I think they've been welcomed by USI. We'll be putting together a steering group. We'll have on that steering group a voice of the student as well. I don't want this review to go on forever. It will make initial recommendations to me by the summer, which will give us plenty of time in advance of the budget to prepare our list of asks as well, and I will engage with you seriously on this.
Minister, could you include children with autism or young people with autism or representatives, and including your own brother in that, in terms of how we can meet the educational needs of extremely bright young people with autism? Thank you.
I'll certainly make sure that is a core component that is considered. I know some universities are now making a real effort to become autism friendly. We have some very bright students in our country, very bright people, and they're not the challenge. Sometimes the institution is. It needs to be more flexible and understanding of how they learn, because we all learn differently. So absolutely, whilst I'm not sure of the composition of the steering group yet, I'll make sure there's an opportunity for meaningful input.